What it do, y'all? We back with another episode of Wrestling with Xotics. It's your boy, the franchise kid, franchise Jerry, and I got my dog with me.
Big guy need a motherfucking VG water.
And y'all already know what it is, man. It's guns up, and Wrestling with Xotics is about to break down some news. First thing we're gonna talk about today is the tribal court, bro. This shit was mad hilarious. I think it's crazy how Roman really turned this whole segment on his fucking head. This man Roman Reigns watched an entire video of him just doing the Usos bad, and instead of feeling any type of remorse, he just looked at him and said, "That's not me.
Kind of like you.
That's who I had to be." And as soon as he said that, that's when he really German suplexed this shit on its fucking head. Because the Usos didn't even know how to react. They said,
confused.
It's like, what? What did he just say? So that eventually led to Jay and Jimmy getting their ass whooped by Solo and Roman. And I mean, like, this wasn't just any type of ass whooping either. Like, and definitely not an ass whooping that you put on family. Like, he really sent Jimmy to the hospital, and Jay had a ride with him. Jay eventually comes back, beats up Solo Sikoa, and then makes Roman Reigns run away. And we don't really see Roman run from too many people, bro. So that was kind of crazy. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's how I know, like, this version of Jay is going to be better than the last one. This one looked way more serious.
He's in more better shape. He's actually, you could tell that, like, he kind of low-key drove Jimmy to get back into some type of shape.
Yeah, because he had that pudge. He had that pot belly going on. Like, now his arms are starting to look defined again.
And I hope that you take this time off and you go work out again so you guys have one final real tag team run on your own again.
Yeah.
Because I was a fan and advocating for you guys when you're in the bloodline. When everyone said you guys deserve these victories, I was like, no, y'all deserve these shits because y'all put on for the WWE Tag Division when it was a shit. If you would have had someone to wrestle like the Street Profits when you're in your prime and young, nigga, there would have been different type of vibe.
I ain't gonna stun. A lot of those matches were handed to them, though. But
in these newer ones, yeah. But they paved the way. After all the time they were getting beat on by Roman when he was in the Shield. That's why it's a great storytelling that Jay was the first one to pin him, and now the last one to pin him in a long time.
Yeah, I like where this is going though, because this leads us to Jay versus Roman Reigns Part 2 at SummerSlam this year. And honestly, we know how this is gonna go.
Well, we already know.
Roman Reigns,
the only one.
He gonna show that he's just that. Visa song, Who the One? That's about to be the theme song for this shit. No cap. But I did like what Jay said at the end of that segment. He like, hey, now I gotta get you. And if that Jay don't pull up, well, you gonna end up like Kevin Owens.
Shit show.
You better pull up with that same energy.
Honestly, this segment overall was crazy, bro. Roman played him. He even increased the J's on him. I don't think like, he bended knee for these guys.
Boy, and Roman be putting on the Mexican mics just for that. For that reason right there.
He's like,
he'll bend them bitches all the way up.
Yeah, I ain't never seen him do that to the 11th.
He said the pain.
He didn't give a fuck. Anyway, he over here tripping and skipping and just doing the most. Jimmy's over here thinking, I'm in the back. I'm letting Jay get the cut. I'm showing him he could be the tribal leader of this shit. He gonna cut. He gonna look Roman in the eye. I'm gonna stand in the corner. Whole time, nigga, he gets snuck. Then Jay's like, what the fuck? Then he getting his ass whooped. Bro, Solo crushed that nigga through the announce table, son. I was like, bro, this is older, bro. I know that nigga hit you in the head with a Lego when you're younger, or RC car, and you're like, nah, it's all on the big screen,
right?
Son. It's over. But I'm interested to see how this turns out for Jimmy, I should say for Jay, because main event Jay Uso is in full effect. He will be SmackDown main event for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Thanks to his cousin again. So, I can't wait to see Roman cut a promo and be like, your family's going to get that big bonus again. When's the last time you got that? 2020? Who were you fighting? Oh, yeah. The only one. They just say shit like that, bro. It just cakes his face. I just can't wait to see it unfold.
Up next on SmackDown, we got Grayson Waller's first ever match on the main roster versus Edge. And I understand why they keep making him rub shoulders with a lot of these greats, but I just don't like it because it just doesn't go with his character right now. You know what I mean? And I don't like how he's being depicted wearing these fucking tight ass pants with the female rips in the thighs and shit, and then he come out trying to do old Grayson Waller shit in this new attire, and it's like, bro, you can barely do that one thing where the nigga get on his knees and he can barely move because
he's restricted.
He's restricted. He got the nut huggers on. Like, y'all seen how I just got up and was able to do that. Like, he's not doing that.
I'm not a fan of the capris. I feel like if you want to wear shorts, wear shorts. Don't get jeans short enough to roll up and
have them like where your calves start,
your
like
ankle, and just look all kind of
like, bro, you look like somebody's nanny. Like, come on, what the fuck?
And then I'm looking at him, it's like, okay, you're in there with the radar.
But his ring gear is cool though. His ring gear is cool. I'm like, oh, that don't match the outside. That don't match the outside. So like, the match with Edge was great. It was a great match, bro. Couldn't ask for anything better besides a win from Grayson Waller. You know what I mean? And it's just obvious that Edge was going to go over. He's on his way out the door. He's literally about to retire. Like, this is his last run. He's probably going to have one more WrestleMania, and we're never going to see Adam again. So this just makes a lot of sense for that. But like I said, I just don't like the fact that they just keep putting him up with all these great people right now. Like, I could pick a dozen other people that would have been a great first match for Grayson Waller to have on the SmackDown roster other than Edge. Edge was a great person, don't get me wrong, but Edge, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with you on that. I just want to say, for example, he's such a young talent and so brash. And one thing WWE did a real good job of people like Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, because they both basically re-debuted between 2008 and 2009, was they were talking shit, but they won. And I was a child frustrated because I was like,
hey, yo, not only did they win, but they was winning the big ones early.
It's like, I was frustrated as fuck because I'm like, I don't like you. You're rubbing me the wrong way on the screen, Pause. And what you're talking about is just irrelevant. You're a dickhead. I know you don't need to win. Right. And then they would win. I'm like, what? And it would happen consistently with Dolph, consistently with Drew. Even you could throw Miz in there. After his big feud with Cena when he first got drafted to Raw in 2009, when he turned on John Morrison, he started to lose after that. I mean, he started to win everything after that because he already lost to John. So it's like, he's like, well, I lost to him and I was in a match and I had a program with him. So these other niggas, I could go over. And I feel like Miz kind of sold himself to everybody like, I'm getting better. Who do you got as a mid-card? Who can hold that U.S. title and talk like me? Right. Oh, no. Okay. And that's exactly how I feel like that shit went. He talked his way into that shit. And then he had to back it up in the ring, of course, but he got better because he was able to talk his way into that shit. Yeah. And a lot of times, situations you could talk your way into the door. That being said, Grayson Waller, he didn't talk his way into the door and win this match. No. He was supposed to talk his way into the match and trick that nigga like, oh, you didn't know I was nice like this, and beat that nigga and be like, on the next SmackDown, be like, you guys didn't think I was. You guys see that tie? You thought it was sweet. Right. But look who won. And he's out the door already, and I'm not going to give him a match again.
With that being said, Grayson Waller will win his next match. Yeah. Mark my words.
He has to.
I don't care who it's against. It could be against LA Knight. It could be against fucking John Cena. It could be against The Rock. Grayson Waller is going to win his next match. I promise you that.
And we'll see. I don't know about LA Knight though. That's not a fact.
Oh, he's going down. Yeah.
No. He
don't say that. He don't sound
yeah, good. Exactly. That don't sound good. You know, LA Knight going over? Yeah, we know what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking LA Knight, I see what you're doing, man. We seeing the clips go viral. It's only your time. That being said, bro, this nigga need to take that shit from Austin Theory, bro. Speaking of United States champions,
I also wouldn't mind seeing Grayson Waller go against Austin Theory.
Like, I honestly
there's a bunch of other people that he could have gone against.
I don't mind seeing LA Knight, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller in a match together. Because you know what? LA Knight can win that match, and you have Grayson Waller bring out that NXT theory because they were on the same roster, and that was the theory that got called up before Grayson. But Grayson is panning out way better. So LA Knight takes the title, but Theory's too distracted at the fact that someone's replacing him who could beat him easily, that being Grayson Waller. Nowadays, that's a beef. You know, you're saying that's not for a title. That is World Title-esque, and we need a young rivalry that can push the industry in WWE. Because I feel like there hasn't been that. And that's the only time where I would accept that, because the next person that wins that match will say, I deserve a championship. Because I just dog walk the future. If any one of those people win versus like Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory going against each other, that's perfect. Mm. And I feel like WWE doesn't have enough heel versus heel conflict. Because if I'm a bad guy, why the fuck would I like another bad guy?
Right. Lastly, on SmackDown, we're going to talk about Asuka versus Bianca Belair this week for the Women's WWE Championship. It's clear as day what WWE is about to do. Bianca is about to lose this match, and we're most likely going to get a match between Charlotte, Asuka, and Bianca Belair for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. So that's what I'm expecting, especially since the match card hasn't even been named yet. And Bianca, she been barking for that shit, and I feel like it's just gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know how Asuka's gonna finesse her way out of this match, but I feel like it's just not gonna work out in Bianca's favor for sure. Because 9 times out of the 10, if a champion is defending on Raw or SmackDown or NXT, they're most likely gonna retain their belts. Like that championship is not gonna switch hands. So
definitely, I would agree with you on that. Bianca is not going over, and it just sucks. I know it's addicting, and we're so used to seeing her win, but it's like at the same time she's paying her dues too because she's won religiously,
and she's the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion.
I know
ever.
Like I said initially, she's gonna double that back and beat that record.
And we're just gonna go ahead and call that Raw Women's Championship the WWE Women's Championship.
Yeah,
because that's Bianca's title right there. And we being for real. You know what I mean? She held that shit so long they had to make a new belt.
Yeah, and she looked strong with that WWE Championship as well.
Yeah.
So I definitely can't wait to see that again.
And speaking of Raw, I want to talk about Ronda getting some payback on Shayna Baszler, bro. Ronda was like, yo, fuck all that WWE shit. I'm about to go out here and really let this bitch know what's up. And Ronda went out there and punched Shayna Baszler square in her shit. Literally made Shayna Baszler fold like a lawn chair, bro. And then that's when Shayna Baszler started trying to wrestle. And Ronda was right there with her, like, bitch, let's do it. I'm ready for all of that. You know what I mean? Causing Shayna Baszler to run out the ring like a pussy. So I'm hyped to see that, and I hope that this feud sparks a new love for wrestling for Ronda Rousey to where she doesn't want to go. I don't know why the internet and that Twitter space just be talking weird shit about Ronda, saying that she can't wrestle, she's not entertaining, she's boring. And I feel like Ronda reads a lot of that shit
and gets discouraged.
Yeah, and plays into a lot of that shit. And it's all like, no. Ronda Rousey is literally the baddest woman on the planet. Nobody ever tries to challenge that. Never in life.
They may try to fight her, but they don't say you're not that.
Exactly. And any bitch that tries to say anything against that, bro, she got dealt with for sure. So I'm like, nah, bro, Ronda's really that. And hopefully, like, she realizes that and stays in the company. And because I want to see Ronda still win belts and still be able to help put other women's talent on and shit. You know what I mean?
I agree because she's a combat threat no matter what. And I would love for her to be in the performance center and seeing people who are like UFC-esque and gaming them up and how the WWE so she could help them translate to this game. And I feel like you guys are not realizing the bigger picture of what she could be doing here because she's actually loved this shit more than Brock, I feel like.
Hell yeah. We see her more than Brock.
Brock literally, I feel like as he got older, he started to really have appreciation for what WWE and wrestling has done for him.
Yeah, that's why he came back.
That's why he came back. Because I feel like he took it for granted because he's like, I've always been a wrestler and I'm like, okay, now I'm just doing this stuff. And I want to be like an athlete where they can't, quote unquote, discourage me. And I get that. Because of what happened to him in the NFL and how he won in UFC. And at first, UFC, they were trying to talk shit. And I recently watched.
He's like, I can't play football, but I'll whoop your ass.
Literally. And I remember, and I was recently rewatching when he beat Frank Mir for the championship. And he cut a promo after that shit. That's some real, like, because his WWE vibe, nigga knew how to say it. He said, he's like, Frank Mir had a horseshoe up his ass. I told you guys before that. And I said I was going to take that shit out. And here it is. And I was like, that is the most countryest, like, that's Brock. And that's what was brought out more of him when he got back in his country side of him. Because I felt as though he kind of pushed himself away and was on this, I'm an athlete type
and by
of thing.
Brock going back to UFC and winning the World Heavyweight Championship, like, just kind of, like, makes him really that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Showing so you, like, I could do both and don't look at this shit as a game. Because
I was saying that to say if Ronda leaves WWE to go back to UFC and wins a world championship there, and then comes back to WWE, like, oh my god,
great.
like, yo,
That'd be great.
That's great.
That's great.
Or even see Ronda go to Japan,
Yeah,
and take her talents to Japan.
Also, just a fun fact of just how they're talking about she's not entertaining. Have you not seen her WrestleMania 34 debut with Kurt Angle taking on Triple H? And
have you not seen her beat up Triple H?
Multiple occasions, throw him around,
like, yo,
not entertaining.
Are you kidding me?
I've never seen no female handle Triple H like that since China.
Every Ronda Rousey match, I'm watching like this.
What might you do this time?
What you finna do to this bitch? How fast are you about to beat her? Can we just break her arm already, Ronda? Break that fucking arm, Ronda! Slam the bitch, Ronda! That's how I watch all of Ronda's matches. I don't know how you don't watch them like that, or how you guys don't have that same excitement when it comes to that.
Once I see the boop, 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 I know it's on. It's a judo flip coming after that. It's one more coming after that. Piper's Pit.
It really be having, I know, like, they be going through walkthroughs or something with these matches. But when them bitches really get in the ring with them, you can tell they're a little thrown off guard. Like,
he's like, she hit me a little too hard. Yo, she's holding back.
Yes, and she really slammed my shit. Like, I'm fucked up down here. And she's still holding on to my arm. Oh shit! Like, yo, help! Get her off! Yo, like,
stop that!
Y'all tripping if you don't fuck with Ronda Rousey in her matches. Y'all tripping.
There's no way. High entertainment level.
The next thing I want to talk about on Monday Night Raw is the Judgment Day seemingly being cool again. But me and Priest said some weird off-putting shit at the end of him trying to be cool with Finn. That kind of leaves the door open to make you think, like, yeah, Damian wants to be cool with you right now, so that way you leave him the fuck alone, so that way he can really do you bad later. Bro, look at Damian's fucking mustache setup,
bro.
The chin hair tell you everything.
Every time I see that shit,
ass nigga.
Every time I see that shit, I said, "What did you see that inspired that cut?"
Bro, he was in NXT development with that shit.
Wait, because it's crazy because Busta Rhymes had a cut like his sideburns was like that angle like this, but no, Damian, no, you don't even have that much hair to do that. You got this at 5 o'clock shadow that you diagonally driven lines through. And you're just like, zip, zip, zip. It looks like glaciers from the Titanic.
It looks so bad.
And then I just look at you, and I just look at him, and I'm like a rapist. I'm like, what do you use? What do you use when you know, cut that?
I'm gonna bleep it.
I was like, what? I'm like, bro, what do you use to even cut? Like, what razor? What kind of razor? Like, is it clippers? Is it straight razor? Like,
bro, but I'm saying that whole setup tell you right there, this is a shiesty ass dude, and you need to watch out for him.
He's coming for you. He don't care.
And it's south of heaven, bro. He's always grabbing everything that is south of your body. That is anything south of heaven. He makes sure he grab it and he slam you on your back after. Like, bro, no. When was the last time you seen somebody get pinned after a choke slam? Right. That's how you know he's different. He's different. So I definitely see him turning on Finn later. They just trying to keep it cool for right now. And I just don't like how Rhea Ripley's getting all this fucking power to where she's stopping promos. She's stopping Finn from really going off and shit. This is business for the back. Shut your nasty ass up. What are you doing? China never had this much power. China used to beat up dudes, used to be in matches with dudes. But she ain't never had this type of power, bro. China was the first ever women's intercontinental champion. But she never was able to do what Rhea Ripley is out here doing. Never. And she had way more sex appeal and love in that era than Rhea Ripley does in this one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like freaky niggas just like Rhea Ripley. Like, that's why she be like, you little monsters. I like it when you say weird shit to me. And it's like, that's literally what she attract. Weird niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Just straight weird niggas. Like, so, yeah, I don't like that she get all this power.
Oh my god. I think it was funny as hell she came out there and cut Finn off. I enjoyed that shit because I'd be like, I'm just watching this shit like, for a spectator's point of view, just like, look at this shit. Look at this shit, Finn.
I'm like, wow,
Did
this
you
is a
ever
joke.
think? Did you ever think it'd be this dynamic? Did you ever think?
Yeah.
I just like it's pure entertainment, and I know why WWE's not gonna break them up, nigga. They sell too much merch. They're always in the top 5 selling of merch.
And Gothic shit is in.
It's
Gothic shit and gay shit.
2 G's.
It sells too crazy right now.
But I just feel like at this point, I'm interested to see Rhea's match with Raquel. I'm hoping that Rhea establishes Raquel as a dominant force. Because Rhea also pressed Raquel in this past Monday Night Raw and just let her know, like, if you get my business again, we're gonna have a real problem because I don't play that shit. And Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green happened to be by, and they thought they could tag teaming on this and kind of like hop on the train. And Rhea said, no, step off. I don't fuck with you. You will get it too after I do this. Her up. Anyway, you know what it is. By the time Rhea turned around, she was gone.
Imagine those two joining Judgment Day and those two being Sonya Deville and Chelsea. Like, yo.
Being her minions.
Yeah, being her Judgment Day minions.
And she's like, and it'd be funny as hell because she turned him into tag team champion. Do you see? Look what you see over your phone, my program. Come on, Finn. Yeah, Dom. This way.
Ooh,
that'd be crazy.
Dom wins the championship, but it's not gonna work out. I'm gonna tell you why. Because now we're about to start talking about NXT in a little bit. But I feel like Damian Priest is gonna fuck around and snake Finn Balor. Like, he's gonna get a championship before Finn Balor. And Finn Balor is and he's gonna be on some hater shit. Because y'all know, real Finn Balor fans know, he's a hater. He's low-key a hater. He don't want to see a nigga winning. He put you down. Away like he
put you down. That's why low-key really he could cut them promos and talk about that bitterness. Because he's mad as fuck Seth injured him.
And nobody be laughing at him.
No,
we take that shit seriously.
Because we know the truth of the matter of it is, in his heart of hearts, he knows that Triple H fucks with him more than Seth. But Seth is just a little less broken down at the right time than him. Because I know Triple H did everything in his power to get him to get over SummerSlam 2016.
Right.
And Vince was not having it. And Vince was like, you barely convinced me with this Seth guy. You know what I'm saying? But he's your guy. I see he's good. I see what he did.
Keep switching dudes.
You know, old niggas don't like him. Switch up. He's like, yeah, you keep trying to do. No. We're going with him. And then, but Trips is like, bro, you don't understand this new generation. He's been all over here, and here. He's going to bring this audience with him as soon as he's this first champion. Look at all the matches. And he finally sold Vince on that shit. And he had his other pet project really sabotage him and fuck up his creative control. Why do you think Triple H had to wait even longer to get up to the main roster shit? Because Vince was like, every time he would come up with a new idea, but what about Finn? Remember what happened when you told me to trust you?
Well, that's also why I feel like they sent him back to the NXT roster. And then he won that world title again. He's one of the only 2-time NXT champions.
But I feel like that's also why I fucked him up. Because I've been waiting for him to come back to establish himself with that main roster, main event, and they make him have a show out match, but they just won't put it on him again.
It's all just been about timing, bro. And if you would have put him up against Roman Reigns at that time, he would have just been another name in the book.
He is low key, but
exactly.
But I'm also gonna say this to say he needs to beat Seth, because Seth, like I've been saying this and I'll keep saying this, Seth is not a good long distance champion. He's a champion that you don't want to see the journey of him getting the belt, and you want to see when he's an actual heel, someone beat him for it. It's him as this good guy.
Seth honestly got 2 more months.
Yeah, him as this guy is right now. He just with him. The championship is not making you root for him more. Okay, if Cody gets that shit, that's gonna be like, oh damn, no, we can't turn him. Like Cody's gonna cry. Seth's just gonna be like, ha 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 ha, sing the song, sing this motherfucker, and I'll walk off like I won, and I'll walk off like I won the belt. So
hey, I'm not complaining, Seth. You keep doing your thing, buddy. You got 2 more months with me, dog.
That's what I'm saying. But that's cool. 2 months with me as of right now. SummerSlam. If Finn was to go over, I would not be mad because Finn is long overdue for this, bro. You had a reign with the Universal belt, and it was shitty. That's why they didn't give you a belt for so long. I guarantee you, Finn's shit not gonna be like this. And that Bullet Club shit that you want to see, that's what's gonna take it.
Well, yeah, that's also why he lost that first time to Seth. It's setting up for his time in the future. They got big plans for him for sure.
I wish he would win, bro.
But moving forward, the last thing we got with Raw is Logan Paul versus Ricochet. I'm not ready for this feud. I don't want to see this feud. It don't make no sense. I don't like when people just go looking for random smoke with other people. And I don't like how WWE try to stir the pot between them instead of just trying to make them cool friends. And then, you know what I mean? Like, why? It makes more sense for Logan Paul to beef with Pete Dunne or LA Knight. You know what I mean? It just makes more sense. Like, why Ricochet? Like, out of all people.
I'm going to tell you exactly why they got him doing it. He's the highlight of the night. And he doubled down on that in his promo. And because what did he do to get into Logan Paul's fight? He flipped out that bitch.
Hey, man, sometimes it takes a highlight to win a match, bro. You know what I mean? And
No,
if that
does.
was any other match, Logan Paul would probably be left for dead, okay? So that's what I mean, man. Like, Ricochet don't have time to be sitting here beefing with him, man. And it's not Ricochet's fault for real. It's Logan Paul that really wanted to smoke because he was talking shit on the podcast. So Ricochet had to acknowledge it because Ricochet light skinned. He not about to just let shit slide. He like Drake. He got to diss you from afar first. And then when it's in person, it's up. But
I guess that's Aubrey's flow, right?
That's Aubrey, bro. That's Aubrey.
I'm not versed.
Bro, yeah, bro. We been singing new Drake songs, bro. Don't play on the net. Don't play. They got great music.
He's catchy, yes.
But
I'm
look,
not,
man. That's besides the point. Ricochet ain't got time for this. I don't like niggas that just be pulling up on random wrestlers just trying to just beefing for no reason.
I'm weak as fuck, bro. Honestly, I know what it is. Logan Paul is a strategist, and he looked at it as like, I took an L the last pay-per-view. I know I've gotten a little bit better. Who can I get over? LA Knight, I seen how you clearly dissed me.
Bro, that nigga's old as dog shit. Like, if I was Logan Paul, one lucky punch, I'm taking the old nigga.
That's
you got all this momentum. I knock you out, I'm gonna get all your fans and some more fans.
That's why he's scared of that shit. LA Knight got too much momentum for not doing enough. And then you gotta look at it. He can talk for real. So he's already been dissing Logan Paul about his whole characteristics.
That's why I said it makes more sense.
Nah, Logan Paul wants
with him.
Logan Paul, he a cool talker. Like, he know how to slide, do it. But he can't keep up with LA Knight. LA Knight's a better talker than him.
A nigga hitting me and now we have a beef is whack. But if a nigga out there week in and week out dissing me, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta whoop his ass.
He cooked him too good, so he's like, nah, I can't have you have more material. That's what he thought. I know that's what Logan Paul thinks. He's a strategist, bro. He's like, he said that shit freestyle. And look, if you notice, Logan Paul was kind of like, I didn't know he's gonna say that. I don't even have nothing to say. He did not can't think of nothing else to say. If he's in a program with this nigga, he will go viral of LA Knight dissing him. He can't have that. He needed notice what's
that's
viral.
Exactly what he needs, bro. Bro, those are two stars that WWE are really trying to build up, or just have a lot of push behind them in general. Whether it's the WWE fans with LA Knight or just Logan Paul's social media fans, you know what I mean? So that would be a perfect collision, and it'll build both of them. It'll give Logan Paul respect in WWE, and it'll gain LA Knight more fans on social media. So it would work out way better. Ricochet about them titles. Ricochet don't do nothing if it don't involve titles. That's why he was in the Money in the Bank match.
Who was in the final two of the Money in the Bank match? LA Knight and Freaky Man over there. But
who got choke slammed off the top of the ladder?
And the whole crowd was devastated. The whole crowd said, "Ah." No one wanted to see who won that match win, okay? So that shows me Logan Paul is like, all right, you did that spot with me and you low-key messed up already too. I could talk about that. And I can we can just forget everything LA Knight ever said to me. It's all about you. And honestly, bro, I wish it wasn't Ricochet because he is a well-deserved talent and he has the in-ring capability and he's cool enough on the mic to where he should be higher up on the card of WWE. But because he's been, I feel like he wasn't seasoned how he is now. He's realized, like how he tweeted out shit like that. He's
crying for help.
He's peeped the game. And especially, I don't know if he's ever seen me say what
He's
I
seeing
said.
Finn. He said Finn is out here crying on the mic and all type of shit. I don't even do that. And Finn is out here getting title matches. He getting the he getting spotlight. He's selling merch. What? I want that. I'm about to do that.
It's not too late. It's not too late. I better start speaking up now.
Hell yeah, I better speak up now. Because nigga, the opportunities is getting close.
But yeah, definitely, bro. I 100% agree with you. Ricochet should not lose off the sole fact. Just like Seth Rollins said, you are a part-timer. I day in, day out bleed, flip, melon on my head for this shit. So it'd be kind of crazy to watch Logan Paul beat him. But I'm hoping that Ricochet actually gets his just due, and this gets your wish, and he ascends into the main event spotlight. Which would be crazy that it takes him beating a part-timer with amazing athleticism.
I tell you this, Jey Uso beats Roman Reigns, Ricochet, that is an easy dub for you. And I would beat the dog shit out of Jey Uso so quick. I would run up from behind and just give him a reason to hate me. Bro, I'm literally about to kick that nigga square in his gooch. Like, I'm about to have Jay fucked up about me. He gonna be really mad, bro. He gonna have to feud with me, and I'm getting that title. Cause I dare you. I dare Jay to beat Roman. I dare him. Nigga, that is gonna be the most he gonna super kick his way out of every match. I dare him. Up next on NXT, again, we have the Judgement Day appearing on NXT for the first time as a group. And what did they do? They just pretty much went around and terrorized the roster as they normally do. But one match in particular I want to talk about is Dom versus Wes Lee. I don't like how Dom got this match, but Wes Lee's such a real nigga, it didn't even matter. Dom was like, yo, you that one dude that be doing the open challenges? Take note, Wes Lee ain't done an open challenge in I don't know how long, because he's starting to go against better and better competition. So
preserve his body.
Exactly. There's the same reason why Seth don't do open challenges no more. So Wes Lee is all like, man, I ain't done one of those in I don't know how long, but I guess if you want that. And Don was like, cool, I accept. I'll take it. Right? And then Wes Lee was like, okay, so you want to come in here talking crazy? We can go out there and do that shit right now. Just let me go change. And Don, with his pussy ass, he gonna say, yeah, next week. I'll see you next week about that.
I didn't bring my gear.
Right. I was like, wow, like, this nigga, what are you about to do in this match, bro? We just seen what you did in your match with Cody. You about to run from Wes Lee? You're not going to be able to run from Wes Lee and think shit is sweet. And I know Rhea Ripley is going to be ringside trying to help. But Wes Lee he's different. And if you ask me, he's better than Carmelo Hayes. They just keeping him tucked. Like, you know what I mean? When you get that North American Championship, that's just pretty much telling you, like, yo, stay on the right path. Don't do drugs. Like, don't do weird shit. No scandals. You're gonna be a WWE champion one day, okay? Just hold it down. Just hold it down. Can we trust you? And I say that because of Matt Riddle. It's weird ass. So yeah, but back to this match. Yeah, Dom. I don't really think that you're gonna be Wes Lee. I will say I do like how WWE is like subtly making Dominic wrestle on NXT. That's what he needs. He needs to go up against legible NXT talent so that way he can get built correctly and he can stop running. Because that match that he had with Cody, he should be fucking embarrassed, bro. If I was a wrestler,
the whole time.
Like him, yeah, bro. I would be embarrassed. Your girl's a world champion and you're running in your matches and you need her in every match to just get an upper hand over somebody. Like, bro, that means like you're not fit or even safe to be in the ring with. You're scaring me. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. I just want
to real quickly though. His match with Rey Mysterio, bro, it was all counters. Like, he just kept countering. Like, he never had his own move.
I just want to follow up on what you said about the fact of, like, scaring you. Like when that term, like, I feel like people often, like, misinterpret it. It doesn't mean, like, I'm afraid. Like, that means, like, I know it's going to happen, and I'm just like waiting. I'm anxious of when it's going to happen.
And I don't know if it's going to be either me getting hurt because of you or you just getting hurt because of yourself. Right.
And I'm just like, you're a gamble. But I'm not really that scared because I'm still in the midst, but I'm aware. It's just like it's just a term so you can really put it in perspective of what of how I'm thinking, but it's just like it's inevitable damn near. That's what I think of when I hear that.
Yeah, Dom, you're not safe, bro. So you being on NXT will help you develop more as a wrestler because bro, you're just not ready for that.
You don't want to have like a moment where you have an unsafe bump.
Yeah.
And then you're labeled as an unsafe worker.
Right. And like I said, bro, him leaving his dad's side was like probably the worst thing for his development. Because then you try to hide him in this group. And every time it came for him to wrestle, he was always running or never actually prepared in his matches.
Never actually prepared. Always hiding. His dad would come 619 somebody.
Exactly. I hate to keep going on, but that's also why he won World Tag Team Championships with his dad in COVID days.
And he hasn't been really in any type of main event or mid-card scene because they're trying to keep him tucked away and hidden with the Judgement Day. So he's damn near a special attraction himself.
Send Dominic to Japan. That's just gonna be my thing now. Send him to NXT or send him to Japan. Pick one. I don't care.
They have to get down with the culture somehow, right?
No cap. Last but not least, I want to talk about Dragunov being the #1 contender for Carmelo Hayes at Great American Bash. Yo, Dragunov deserves this opportunity. He's been holding it down on NXT for years. He's had great matches with people like Gunther and etc. His match with Braun Breaker was incredible, and I've never seen anyone dog Braun Breaker the way he did. Like, he literally was dribbling Braun Breaker's head off the mat when he was hitting him in the back of the head with them crucial ass elbows. Like, bro, he was not playing with Braun Breaker. You could see it in his eyes that he was not planning on losing that match. You feel me? By any means. Like, Braun Breaker came out there looking like, his natural scary self. But Dragunov was unfazed. None of that shit, none of that dog barking, none of the German suplexes, none of that shit was phasing him, bro. He's just one of them white dudes that just got heart, bro. He just got heart. So shout out Dragunov, and you're not beating Carmelo Hayes, but hopefully your next time around, you will.
Yeah, because I definitely want to say he's a very hard-hitting competitor. I look for him to getting on the main roster and tangoing with Gunther, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote. I'm looking forward to him possibly even going against people like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Because I feel like that will help Austin Theory, having all those NXT people come up. Because I feel like WWE, you're sleeping if you do not put him in a program with Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller's going to say the right shit to him to make him be like, okay, I got to step it up, bro.
Yeah. And come on, man. Y'all got to know, them UK dudes, them European dudes, all the dudes that ain't from America, they don't be fucking around. They grew up different. They grew up hard out there. You know what I mean? Like, this is really all they got. Like,
and they're glad they took it serious and made it to this level.
Exactly. Like,
that's why at them and said, "You never make the WWE."
Right, and that's also why NXT UK is such a success. That's why we have Gunther over here on this main roster showing out the way he is. So I think WWE really needs to tap into the other rosters and get more in tune and start bringing more people up to the main rosters and shit. So that way we can start getting some better and more credible matches. You know what I mean? And then like people can actually say like they are the best in the world because they've gone against a lot of people of the world. You know what I mean?
You're right. More diversity.
Last but not least, we're going to talk about AEW. And first thing I want to talk about is the Guns versus FTR next week for the world titles. And I'm excited to see that match, bro. And obviously, I'm going for the Guns. How about you?
It's Guns up, bro. You already
know sir.
That. This tandem of Switchblade and Juice Robinson is hilarious.
Yes.
Like, they know exactly how to bounce off of each other's paws and say the right things to just make the other one say something even funnier, just the way they're supposed to say it. Yeah. And it's never too much. Especially if you've never seen Juice, I can understand you thinking that, but once you get used to him, you should expect that shit. The way that
like that Switchblade just let Juice say and do whatever he want. Yeah.
He let him go.
Just, yeah.
I was like, okay, perfect example of how to be done, because I feel like if Butch, quote unquote, in WWE could do something of this element instead of acting like a rabid Chihuahua, he would pick up more steam, and we wouldn't even care that he's not Pete Dunne anymore. But Juice is able to have this kook, like he's like a kook, bro. He's just uncanny. Like he just don't know what he'll say. They won that match, and he came out here. He told Tony Schiavone, "Yeah, wrong guys."
The way he be saying it too.
You got the wrong guys.
He said we're a tag team tonight. He said, and then Juice Switchblade is like, "You're right." He said we just beat Fuzzy Wuzzy and Silly Willy Worm. And he just look at.
But did you notice right before that though, like Switchblade just had his head down and just let Juice do all the talking, bro. Like he just let Juice run wild on these niggas, bro. And he be pissing them off, bro. He had FTR pissed off. Made Dax say some real super sus ass shit.
It was just really like, what you mean by that? As he let Juice just say whatever he did, he began to express how he felt about FTR, and he proclaimed that Dax is called Fuzzy Wuzzy, and then you got Cash over here doing a Silly Willy Worm. Now, if that doesn't tell you that's how he views them, because Dax won't shave that gut, and then Cash is over here just like tagging along.
Bro, these are like the
silly
worst Billy tag team ever.
Hit Cash is just like a silly partner. That's why his name wasn't even so crazy. But oh my God, that led Dax just say some irrefutable things, talking about how he wanted to inseminate all over Jay White and damn near, because he said, "I'm gonna Fuzzy Wuzzy over you, boy." And I'm just like, I was so thrown off by that, because I was like, was that racial? Because he said boy, and is it because he has an accent? Because he's not black. You know, that's usually a thing between white people and black. But I'm like, nah.
Only angry white people get mad like that, to where they say something to where they gotta sexually harass you or do harm to you in some type of form. Like,
because I'm like, what did he mean by that? Jay White didn't even say he gonna do nothing to you. All he said, anything he talked about was wrestling. He said, "I'm a Fuzzy Wuzzy." I want Tony Schiavone to follow up on that. When they lose or win, what do you mean by that? Now he's
paused for life. Because that nigga was wildin', bro. He looked him square in his eye. Like I said, Juice Robinson is just such a loose fucking cannon and just be running his fucking mouth. He really sparked that. Like, so what Jay White said was just the cherry on top. And literally the whole time, Dax is just looking at him like, "Yeah, nigga, just hurry up so I can just say this gay shit and I can walk off, because, nigga, your ass is done." Fuck. He just couldn't wait, bro. Like, bro, he said it on go. Right on go. He's like, "Yeah." As soon as I heard Dax say, "Yeah," I knew some intensely
questionable shit was about to be said.
Yeah, some bro, enough for sexual harassment suit to be filed.
Because I said, "What did you mean by that? All over me?" He didn't even say Juice. He said, he highlighted Switchblade and said "boy." He didn't say "boys."
The whole time, Cash is in the background,
just like what? What that? He's like, "I'm gonna go along because we're top guys out." But did he even say top guys out that time?
No, they just said no. No, they didn't, bro. Bro, Cash is just in the background, like, wait, what is they even talking about? He was just Cash was still thrown off by Juice. What Juice just said. He lost. He didn't. Bro, Cash didn't say nothing that entire thing. He's just in the background, just looking back, like, what is Juice talking about?
Oh my God.
What did Dax just say, nigga? You gonna do what to him? Like, yo, like, I know Cash is uncomfortable.
This is high level entertainment. This is only like a 2-minute segment, and WWE hasn't put together something in this short amount of time that could make me laugh that quick in a long time. That shit, this is gold. They need to keep this Bullet Club Gold shit going, so they need to get the gold. Guns up. Top guys down and out for good.
Fuck them. Pause.
You can't even say.
That's exactly what Dax wants.
He said, "Yeah, you can Fuzzy Wuzzy."
Right.
Watch out. I bet you Switchblade don't even say that again.
Right. Don't ever say that again. But up next, I want to talk about CM Punk and Samoa Joe renewing their rivalry. This was a great match in the name of Owen Hart. Unfortunately for Samoa Joe, he lost because he was severely overweight. CM Punk was able to catch him in a pinning predicament and Samoa Joe is just too fat to kick out, pretty much. But other than that, Samoa Joe was whooping CM Punk's ass from beginning to pretty much end. CM Punk looked like he was at the end of his leash, bro. He looked like he wanted that match to end immediately. I ain't seen him look like that since the last time we seen him in AEW.
With that torn shoulder.
Right. He was like, bro, this match needs to end. So lucky for him, he was able to catch Samoa Joe lacking, and sure enough got the win, and he advances to go against Ricky Starks, which will be a great match, and I think that he's just probably going to go over on Ricky Stark.
Honestly, I think that as well. But
He's just got too much momentum, bro.
The show's literally based around him, but at the same time, it should be like, you see, if you didn't bring up that fucking red bag, CM Punk, you should lose to Ricky Starks.
Don't blame it on the bag, man.
Cause
CM Punk is him, bro.
No, he is. He's him. But at the same time, Ricky Starks, this is the best time to show how your stature can't be affected by a loss to Ricky Starks, because it's better than Ricky Starks beating a Chris Jericho. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that sets up that's a real good feud, because you and Ricky have a respect thing going on. It's not a disrespectful thing like how MJF and you started off, and how MJF's trying to manipulate you because he looked up to you. You know what I'm saying? You can see that Ricky Starks kind of looks up to CM Punk in the same fashion he kind of looks to Cody Rhodes, the guy that knows the business ins and out, how he gonna help me know how to be successful. And I feel like, honestly, it wouldn't be like a discredit to Ricky or CM Punk, because they can both wrestle.
I could see Ricky winning this match,
but I don't think he will.
Yeah, I really don't think he will. Only it's gonna come down to experience, and I think CM Punk is just gonna have more experience when at the right time. You know what I mean? So, yeah, sorry, Rick. I don't think it's gonna work out in your favor.
Yeah, I just can't wait for the first person to tell Ricky he's always coming up short, because he's gonna get pissed and snap on them.
Right.
And I feel like you need to go back to being a heel, Ricky, because your persona just doesn't match, and I feel like that's why you're able to take these losses, because you also are a very good overcomer, because you can cut a promo. And that's one thing I want to stress to all these wrestlers. Like, just because you can cut a promo and you can talk your way out of something, because LA Knight did that shit. I stand by that. He was not supposed to be the highlight of the Bray Wyatt feud, but he ended up being that. Bray Wyatt obviously is gonna have the outlandish and
he
the
was
imagery.
Not the highlight.
I'm telling you, bro,
he was really an accessory.
No, he's not the accessory, bro.
He was an accessory,
bro. You can't call him accessory.
Yes, I can, bro. Because Bray Wyatt had Uncle Howdy. He was doing freaky shit. He brought back the Playhouse. Bray Wyatt set that whole shit up. He had Uncle jumping on him. He basically built LA Knight.
Can I say something? Exactly. He did all that shit. LA Knight didn't have all those theatrics. One time he came dressed up like Bray Wyatt, and that shit had me rolling. But with all that being said,
the most memorable thing about their match from LA Knight was his attire.
His lime green.
Lime green attire.
I'm not really more focused on the match. I'm more focused on the program. Because overall, Bray did win, but
if Bray didn't get injured, he probably would have whooped LA Knight's ass.
I don't really think he's really injured. I just think he's
waiting to get cleared.
Yeah, that is also as well. I don't even buy into that shit, because I feel like they don't want the fans to give up on him. So they're trying to do everything in their power for him to come back out with something cool.
So they just gonna say he waiting to get
cleared.
I
swear to you, bro, because this why. That pitch black match, me and you think that shit was cool. Overall, the wrestling community and everything, internet and everyone else hated that shit. They did not like it. That's why he didn't come out doing nothing else and progressive after.
It only works if you have another freaky nigga involved.
No, because it could have been. It could have been Jay Young. Like, think about it. That was Bray Wyatt or Jay.
Think about it like this: what if everybody else's attire was switching other than Bray Wyatt's? Because that's what made the match cool. Bray Wyatt's attire kept changing. We kept seeing different forms of his face paint and shit. We was like, ooh. And on top of that, every time his face would change, his persona would change along with it. You know what I mean? We even seen a Fiend-like character. So if his opponent was on the same type of shit, now we like, okay.
His opponent brought that out of him, though. So same way like you said he did all that shit for LA Knight, Bray did all that stuff for him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the opponent is like wearing something to where their attire is switching or like their vibe is switching, like put Finn Balor in that type of match, like maybe like, you know what I mean? Like you just gotta mix that type of shit with the right people. I feel like LA Knight probably just wasn't the best fit. and especially like I said, that attire, like when the lights turned, his attire turned into that. So that's what I mean. Like it was kind of embarrassing. Like it didn't look like he fitted in that match properly.
Yeah. Overall, though, my whole point is LA Knight has been captivating audiences since. After he so quote unquote, I remember you said he was buried after that, and he eyed my dog and proved you wrong.
Uncle Howdy had jumped off the shits on him,
but he ain't buried though. We got the merch getting popping. You know what I'm saying, man?
And then right after that, he lost 2 times in a row to Xavier Woods.
We beat Rey Mysterio. We beat
with
Montez.
The help of Dom.
We beat Montez clean. I got more shit going on.
LA Knight's building that portfolio for me because he hears me. He knows. You gotta get this shit right.
Did you hear my Montez rebuttal?
What'd you say?
I said Montez is black.
What is that?
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Hey, Xavier beating him, he's black. Just have to say, overall, I do agree with you, though. CM Punk is going over. But that leads me into Dynamite and the main subject and matter that I cared about the most was this Adam Cole segment with MJF once again. Now, this is premium entertainment, and I was hoping that they were going to cut one of these outside the ring type promos because
I barred that bitch.
Yeah, hell yeah, you did. I was hoping that they'd cut one of these type of promo type things because these vignettes are just classic, bro. Like AEW shoots things a little differently than WWE, and I always pay attention to how stuff is filmed. And I want to say AEW has more of a cinematic presentation. I want to say, like you feel like you're watching like an actual TV show.
Yeah, especially like the filter of it, like it's just kind of like a darkness, in a way.
Like exactly. You know what I mean? So you catch the vibe when I'm watching that shit. So I like to see, and I've always paid attention to that. Like even when they did the Dark Order stuff and the early stuff on the promotion. But anyways,
I don't like the Dark Order.
No, they're just weird. But
anyways. I'm gonna have to bleep that shit. You gotta bleep gay now.
Yeah. That shit lame. That shit lame, man. Anyway, MJF and Adam Cole are literally a perfect tag team because of the fact that MJF modeled his game after CM Punk and early stages of Adam Cole. You can see glimpses of it and how he knows how to bounce off of Adam Cole pause on screen and captivate the audience. And as well as be himself. So he's not looks like he's mimicking Adam Cole.
Yeah, and Adam Cole is realizing that he's a lot like MJF, and I just love the chemistry on the screen.
He's realizing that, and that's what
that's one
of the things I realized a long time ago, and I'm glad that everyone else is now going to be, the magnifying glass is going to be there because you're going to be like, wait, I can't like this guy and not fuck with this dude because you're going to be like, overall, Adam Cole used to be a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's just portrayed as a good guy because he's loyal to his girlfriend. When MJF,
that's for me. He's so funny, bro, for that.
Bro, MJF is just a clown. Like he overall is just a dickhead, and he knows how to like really get the audience involved and make him hate him even more. And the thing is, why everyone's not going to be expecting this turn is because MJF is low-key making you hate him even more. You don't even realize it.
I like how they both admitted to each other that they was finna turn on each other. Yeah. It was like, I was finna drop you on your fucking neck, beat you up, all type of shit. I was just like, y'all niggas is crazy. They was like, actually, you're pretty cool. You're actually pretty cool. I really hope they win this tag team
tournament, just like I said, Roderick Strong was going to be hating. I knew he was going to be hating.
White dude.
He know how to really get it. He's like, I'm just kidding, man. You're ripped. And then what happened after that? You get dropped on your neck by Samoa Joe. And then I was like, that would never happen. It's just so funny, bro, how this is working out. And it's like I literally picture
this. This is too good for them to break up.
They
got the t-shirts, bro. When are they gonna be available to purchase? Are they available? Yeah. All right, y'all make sure y'all go get the Better Than You, baby, t-shirts, because them bitches.
He got Adam to officially wear that shit.
Hell yeah. Adam was like, I'm gonna wear this shit and come play some video games.
Yeah. What do you know?
Yeah.
That's fun. MJF even fucked around, beat the game. I feel like
they won the tag team belts in the game.
I feel like they're definitely gonna win the championships. And also MJF, everyone is not seeing how this is gonna play out, but they think MJF is going to turn on Adam. Adam is going to end up in the long run. If there is even a turn, it's going to be him. Because you guys are not realizing that.
They're going to make us feel bad for MJF.
Exactly. And MJF right now is making us hate him even more because he's making Adam Cole fuck with him. So he's literally feeding into his character all the way.
I don't. Like, he's not doing that for me. He's making me like him more. Because I'm like, see, I used to think that you was a puss ass nigga. But Adam Cole over here rocking with you. Got you acting right. You know what I mean? You're not doing dickhead shit. You see MJF coming out here actually giving the fans high fives and shit. You don't ever see MJF come out here doing that.
Because he's living his dream. He's like, I'm with my bros. Right. To be the champ. So I'm the world champ.
Good influence on him. You know what I mean? So I'm like, he's doing something different for me. I'm like, I can rock with MJF now.
Because this is what it is. CM Punk's that bitch ass nigga that you
and I can still, real quick, I can still rock with Adam Cole after this if he do turn on him. Because I'm like, MJF, you is a bitch ass nigga.
I'm gonna break it down. CM Punk is that bitch ass nigga you look up to. You don't realize he's a bitch ass nigga till you meet him. And he says the shit to you that he doesn't realize you're the future or you're about to be relevant.
He's one of those people where they tell you, like, you don't want to meet your hero.
Exactly. And then Adam Cole, on the other hand, he's exactly everything he portrayed himself to be. And he's not scared to even admit that he's wrong. More so than CM Punk, and he's cooler than Punk because Adam Cole is not opposed to drinking. See, Max was drinking with him, and Max can't get down with Punk like that, so he don't live that lifestyle. He more lives. That's why Adam Cole, how he cut that promo was like, I was about to turn the town on Ring of Honor, then this cool ass motherfucker comes on, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's cool as fuck. So you see that he's literally the embodiment of that early Adam Cole. And at this stage, Adam Cole is seeing that, you're the young me, bro. I can't be a dickhead to you. There need to be more of you around. Like, these other niggas ain't cutting it.
Right.
And that's really what it is, because you showed me that I wasn't even on. What did MJF say, bro? You had your best match, and I'll even say that I like that match better than the match he had with Hangman. And that was just a clean cut match. And they had a great match with Hangman, but just the storytelling, the fact that he came out and cut that promo with him, bro, and just let him know after Adam Cole tried to interrupt him, and he's like, cut that shit.
Right.
And then said Vince was right. He sparked something to Adam Cole. This is a fun program. This is the best program Adam Cole's ever been in AEW, and even better than I don't even remember that Chris Jericho shit. Right. And that's why MJF is one of my favorite wrestlers, because he's going to bring that out of whoever he's in the program with. Look at what he did for Darby, Jungle Boy, and Sammy. They're still feeding off of the seeds he planted to them about needing to be their own people.
Yeah.
Now he's onto his own shit with he's meeting his idols and he's holding his own. That's why I respect him. Because ain't no time he ever been the little guy in the ring with the big guy. The quote-unquote big guy, at the same time you're talking about them, you're talking about him. And all the other wrestlers need to pay attention to that. Because he's learning how to capture the audience. Nigga, he got so many hidden talents. Nigga, he was singing. Niggas was like, damn, this nigga can sing. This nigga is literally made to be on camera, bro. So, if low-key, I'm enjoying everything I get. Because I don't know. He low-key could really be on some, I'm going to go Hollywood. Nigga, this movie that he's about to be on is an A24 film, bro. That's a
nowadays, like,
film.
Everything is nowadays. It seems like everything is just like they hype it up to where it's about to be box office, and you get in there and it's just like, this shit was cool.
But he not going against, bro. He acting, his co-star, the guy who's been nominated for 13 Emmys in The Bear. He in the movie with Zac Efron. He can't. I know MJF about to show out because everyone thinks like just like you already think he about to do crazy shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like really make you forget that he is them. I'm about to be in that just like this nigga. I didn't even know he could sing. When I saw him sing, I was like, this is insane. So I say this to say, Better Than You, baby, gotta win the championships.
Yeah, for sure.
You just think they're gonna take on Bullet Club, or how that gonna go? Because FTR is losing. There's no way. Especially how Jay White called them out in that 2 out of 3. Jay White called his shot. I don't see Jay White being able to eat his words.
I feel like the Bullet Club is more of an established tag team than Adam Cole and MJF. I feel like Adam Cole and MJF are just like, on some friend type shit and don't really fuck with each other, but do with Juice and Switchblade God is way different. You know what I mean?
Locked in.
Yeah,
guns up,
bro. When a chill nigga let a wild nigga show out like that, like it's different. Cause like a lot of chill niggas, like if you you gotta match my chill. You can't be acting like that. When I step out, no nigga, we not about to be all out. You got the wrong tag team. We're not about to be out there like that.
Yeah.
Nah, we're gonna walk up on
Everyone
some.
just staring
Yeah,
at
bro.
you.
Like no, like we crazy. We gonna walk up on some smooth shit. You feel me? So like, but that's why I'm saying like the way they mix is way better than the way Adam Cole and MJF mix.
Because Adam Cole still want a dog touch him. He be like, I'll send a purpose though. I like Mac too.
Right.
He like you, bro.
He
you,
want a hug.
He's like, nigga, you know I was on TV with watching you, and now I'm on TV with you, and now I'm the world champion. You my sidekick on some shit. You get making the fans fuck with me, nigga. This is crazy. He really, I know MJF every day you go home, he like, when are they gonna love me next week? I'm
Right.
my dream. They can't stop me. I can't stop. Won't stop.
We appreciate everybody out there watching with us. Again, it's your boy, the franchise kid, franchise Jerry, and I got my dog with me.
Think I need a Fiji water. You know what it is, man.
And you guys have been watching Wrestling with Xotics. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, man.
Share this shit with the world, y'all.
And turn on your post notifications so you know every time we drop a track. And make sure you guys go check out our shop at pcfshop.myshopify.com. We got something for everybody on there, man. Guaranteed. Peace.